Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creation. Do you agree?
Yes.
You are knowing what you are wanting?
Yes.
It's a good thing when you are close enough to vibrational alignment with who you really are, that you receive clear inspiration of your own desire. In other words, when you know what you want, when you are able to identify it, when you're able to speak about it, that means the evolution of that desire is significant, because a lot has taken place before you came to that place. Often you don't realize that, because you think that wanting was just the first easy part. In other words, it just happened. But it didn't just happen. You lived life, and life caused you to clarify and to define and to ask. And so your desires have been building for a while in a vibrational sense, even before you could translate the vibration of the desire into a concept that you could speak out loud. We know sometimes it doesn't seem to you that that much has been happening, but it has. The other day we were visiting with a woman in the hot seat, and she told all of us that she wanted $100,000 and she would like it soon, please, because she wants to travel. And she had some ideas about where she wanted to go. But the thing that was so noticeable in the conversation that we had with her is that she wanted the $100,000 so that she could begin her journey. And she was not aware, not really, of the journey that she had already taken that had brought her to the place that she was now identifying that she wanted some dollars in order to take the journey. Now stay with us just a little bit, because we want you, in the hours that we are together today, to come to understand something that almost no one who you are bumping up against really understands fully. And as you get this today, as you understand today what it means to be the creator of your own reality, to live in a vibrational universe, to accept the vibrational nature of your being, to understand the vibrational nature of your being, to understand that you in your physical format are an extension of a source energy who you are having a vibrational relationship, a vibrational relativity with all day, every day. And to understand that you are extensions of this source energy, creating your own reality through the projection of your own thought, through the things that you're giving your attention to, which leads us to the most significant statement that we want you to walk away from this gathering with. And that is, how is it that I in my physical body turn these vibrations to thoughts and these thoughts to things? How is it that I create my own reality? We know you come wanting relationships, improved relationships, financial remuneration, improvement upon that. We know that there are many things in a physical format that you want. And we want you to know that we know that you want these things. And we want you to know that it is appropriate that you desire these things, and it is appropriate that these things manifest fully into your experience, so that you can see them and hear them and smell them and taste them and touch them. In other words, you were supposed to have these full manifestations. You came for that. You are masterful creators who have come into this environment understanding its perfection, understanding the balance of variety and contrast that it provides you. You came with great reason and purpose, and with a determination to please yourselves in those ways. So never misunderstand when we talk about vibration, or when we talk about the laws of the universe, or when we talk about consciousness, or when we talk about energy, never misunderstand that we are trying to guide you away from the material things of your physical world, because that's why you are here. In other words, that's the role that you are playing out here. And here, these are the most significant words: out here on this leading edge. We want you to realize, to accept that this leading edge is the leading edge, that this leading edge where you are manifesting is where all that you call source, or all that you want to call God, or all that your inner being is, or all that the larger part of you is. We want you to understand that it is all focused with you here, out here on this leading edge, and it matters a lot. You are supposed to define the specifics of this leading edge. And yes, it matters for you to turn inward, to understand the source of who you are. It matters a lot for you to align with that broader, non-physical, all-knowing, loving, powerful energy that creates worlds part of you. That is important too. But we don't want to divert your attention from the world in which you live and from the creative platform that you are upon. We want you to embrace it fully, to be a part of it in any way that is important to you. And we want you to accept that from all of this, from this platform that you have been born into, this leading edge environment into which you have been born, it is right that you fulfill your desires. So when we ask you, are you knowing what you're wanting? We really like to begin there, because it's important for you to be able to identify what you want. Your source energy in physical bodies, while few humans really understand what that means. You are an extension of source energy. Sometimes it's easier to hear it in that way. And you've come here with all of this great reason that we have just described to you. The larger part of you is, and always will be, non-physical energy. You could call it your support system. You could call it the basis of you. You could also call it the culmination of all that you are. Your inner being, or soul, the source of you, has been evolving as a result of your exposure to life for more than words can describe, even when we use words like eternally. You are expanding beings, and expansion is such a joyful experience. And so here you are non-physical energy, and a part of that focus is here with you. But the larger part of you still remains non-physically focused and is aware of everything that you are about all day, every day. So as you are sifting and sorting through life and knowing from your own personal exposure and experience with the details of your life, you know what you don't want, which causes you to know what you do want at many levels of your being. And you are launching these, what we are calling rockets of desire, because they are desires that are emanating from you even before you can articulate them as desires. You might even call them preferences, or just things you notice. Even when you were very, very little, even before you had language at your tongue tip, you were having experiences, exposure to life, which was causing you to have preferences. Every species does that, and the evolution of all species is about that. And so you were launching your preferences, and they were moving from you into what we are calling a vibrational reality, because they have not yet manifested, but they are real and they matter, and source sees them and notices them and tends to them and becomes them. And law of attraction gathers cooperative components that match them. And so this vibrational universe is expanding as a result, not just of what you were before you came into this physical body, but even more because of what you are doing now that you are in this physical body, as you are bumping up against each other and trying to find your place in the world. So as you are launching these rockets of desire, there is an amassing. We've been calling it a vibrational reality. We've given it a few different names, wanting you to feel the realness of it. But it is not easy for you to feel the realness of it, because you can't yet see it or hear it or smell it or taste it or touch it. And so, Abraham, how can it be real if I cannot define it through any of the ways that I'm accustomed to defining reality? And we say, you have to sense it. You have to sense it with your solar plexus. You sense it with your emotional basis. You sense it. You feel it. You can know it.